Do you struggle with tiredness in the day? Um, I certainly did for many, many years. Um, sure, if I think about my early 20s and even into my 30s, I spent years being tired. In fact, if I think back, even in my teenage years, that's kind of when it started. I started to not have energy in the day and to just really be tired all the time. And for many years, I had no idea why that was. In fact, I'd been to the doctor. The doctor gave me a tonic, and I didn't really feel any better. Maybe a little, but really, I was just tired. And that went on for many, many years until I was about 39. And then, would you believe that I started running? And now, I'm not saying running is a particularly amazing thing. I mean, I think so, but it, what it really was that changed my life was getting exercise almost every day. Um, and in fact, even in the beginning, I didn't run every day. I sort of ran every second or third day. But those running workouts were hard. They really taxed me. They got my heart rate really going. I got tired. Um, but strangely enough, I would get home and just feel this amazing sense of calm come over me. And I know I've felt that before when I've had a really hard gym workout or a hard swim. So I think actually it applies to any kind of exercise. But my point is that exercise is what turned my life around. Suddenly I had energy. And okay, maybe I don't have the energy of a child anymore, but I certainly have enough to get through the day. Um, and I think after I had started to do that, the only thing that still used to bother me sometimes is occasionally in the afternoons I would get really tired. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there would just come this huge need for a nap, this almost brain fog that comes over you. And would you believe it, until a couple of years ago, I really hadn't had a clue why that was. And then I found out about sugar and its levels in your blood. And suddenly everything started to make sense. So, I don't know for how long, I always make two sandwiches on bread, one with maybe cheese and lettuce or cheese and tomato or something, and another one with um, some sort of bovril or jam or syrup or something, something nice as a second one. And I would have that and a cup of coffee at lunchtime. And I'd feel fine for a little while, but this 3 o'clock thing would come. And I have to admit, not every day, but often. And then I found out that if you eat carbs, and lots of carbs, like bread um, and jam or syrup or any of these lovely things, and then you add some caffeine to it, that what's going to happen is your sugar is going to go way up and you're going to feel fine for a little bit. But because it pushes it up like that, your insulin springs into action, and a little while later you're going to crash. And a little while later for me was generally around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so probably 2 hours after I ate. Um, and to be honest, the same thing probably happened at night, but I didn't really notice it because I was going to sleep anyway. So, how did I fix that? Well, nowadays I eat salad for lunch. Um, a nice varied salad with all sorts of stuff in, like lettuce and peppers and tomato, onions, you name it. If it's salady, I'll put it in there. If it's in my fridge, and then added to that, I chop up some roasted chicken, which I sort of buy once a week from the grocery store. You could even make that in the air fryer once a week, and ration it out during the week. But sort of at least 50 grams of chicken in that, so some protein and the salad, and to that I add some olive oil and balsamic and pepper and cayenne pepper. And in my case, because my blood pressure is a little high, I don't add any salt, but if your blood pressure is fine, salt is also good. I eat that, and then afterwards I would have either a slice of bread or some rice, or something we call a rusk in South Africa, which is sort of like a large biscuit or cookie that you can dip in your beverage. And at lunchtime now I drink decaffeinated coffee. So the last caffeinated coffee I drink would be 10 o'clock in the morning, and most times only the first thing in the morning is the coffee that's caffeinated that I drink. Otherwise, I try to stay clear of it. I drink a lot of tea. I like tea, and many people say you should drink water. Well, I'm not there with the water thing. And as far as I'm concerned, tea is just as good as water. It's a tea bag dipped in that water with a little milk added. So as far as I'm concerned, that's water too. And I've lived a couple more than 50 years like that, and I'm still fine. So I can really recommend this as a way to feel good throughout the day. So I don't have those 3 o'clock slumps anymore. I stay focused and involved in my work all day. And on the weekends, I have energy for the whole day. None of this afternoon napping stuff. I don't need it. I might read a book on a Sunday afternoon, but I won't nap. So let me encourage you. Change the way you eat. You'll feel better. And in fact, as a last bit there, I would suggest that for breakfast, get in some protein and stay low on the carbs. So by all means, have a slice of toast, even two, but have some egg before you have that, or egg and bacon, or some sort of protein. And be careful of whey protein, because most of them that you can buy have a lot of sugar in them as well. So they're fine for having after a workout or a run, but they're not really fine to have in the middle of the morning, for instance, unless you precede them with some nuts or some jerky, beef jerky, that would just give your stomach a chance to digest that sugar a little more slowly. So for more information about how this stuff works, Google glucose goddess, and there's tons of information on how the mechanisms work. And for me, it's not that important. What's important is I feel great. And you can too, I'm pretty sure. Give it a try. I don't think you'll be sorry.